Apa itu? Jaringan dulu. Kayaknya bagus nih jaringan. Sekarang nggak bikin konten, live terus.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment.
It's got in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
De Bruyne. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's McAllister. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Threads one in. Deftly away. White. De Bruyne. Liverpool are behind here despite their domination of possession. Owen gets into a good position. And that should get the job done. Liverpool have reclaimed it. Adams.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left.
Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? And they've got rid. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And the through ball. Haaland is onto this. Oh, that's Haaland! Potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Nice looking ball. That's good vision. That's a simple one for the keeper. That's put paid to a promising move. Good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Shot a goal! gentle touch. Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved better. Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Rice. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. And it's Rodri. Well, they've got it again. He's got away. No, not quite on the same wavelength. He can get that clear. There will be one added time. It's a sharp pass. Nicely weighted ball. Let's make sure that's not getting through. There's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Pressing high. Could be danger here. Ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Shoots! He scores! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave. So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Somewhat off target. Time and again they are repelled. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack. Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle. And they have got just the right players for that. And claimed it back swiftly. Alexander-Arnold. That pass has been well intercepted. Chance! There's a goal! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Substitution on the field. Number 6 coming on the field is number 40.
And here's De Bruyne. Swept in. Tries to get it clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Gets flagged offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Mohamed Salah.
But there's going to be another change here.
Palmer coming on the field. Number 29, Kai Havertz. Number 90, Bernardo Silva.
Adams. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Well, he
got rid because he was under pressure. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Fernandez, and here's Owen. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's gone looking for safety. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was it, an enjoyable contest that...
Sekarang bujang. Bagus sinyalnya bagus. Ikut aja. Sekarang bujang. Serojaku. Iya bang, kalah bang. Bang Jumatia, Bang Jumatia apa? Bang Jumatia. Jumatia. Ini abang apa mbak nih? Mbak, kakak. Iya kakak, kalah kakak. Iya, tergus. Salah kakak. Ada Lego. Are you ready? Bujang. Kalah kakak.
So bring it on. Hike, expectation, emotion. The game yet to go off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Well, Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that...
Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
And we have our very first corner. Timber with the clearance. Into Milan, has the chance to go the other way. And it cuts out the supply. Now it's Bellingham. Chouameni. And here's Kane. Now it's Palmer. Now he's got space here. He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
The first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Bellingham. Let's roll. Looking for a runner. As he welcomes it in. He's certainly onside here. He's had a shot! It's in! And the lead was no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates,
How dare you doubt me? That has certainly made things interesting.
well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Rijkaard has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, it's come loose. Nicely weighted ball. Costa Curta. And they're back on the ball again. And the shot! Goal! Milan! And they're back in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Milan are very impressive. Milan take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Palmer. Rijkaard. And it's made its way to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Raul. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Kochu. Timber's cross. And he's heaved it away. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Inter Milan are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Adams makes the interception. That looks a decent ball. Raul. It's Bellingham. Added time. Now that's well seen too. He's in a great position here. That's an imaginative pass. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto... And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
just a week from
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating.
Substitution for Inter. Number 90. Costa Curta coming on the field.
And the action is back on the way.
Alex Grimaldo.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Inter Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Here's a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now there's a fine... Can he finish? Oh, Waters has another go! Palmer has created one goal already.
This is the time you need that pace.
Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's been played through. Shot, surely! And now they can clear their lines. Bale did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Good read, needed to be. He can get that clear. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And they're quick to get it back. And this is Bale. And he's there to get it away. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Iko bagi dua.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Iko bagi dua.
Aims beyond the defence. Bale gets flagged offside. Inter Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Iko bagi dua. Tekan galo-galo.
And he's gone looking for safety.
Iko bagi dua.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he has been fouled there. And he is going into that little black book. Rice. Mbappe
2 added minutes has been
chips it
indicated.
through. That's an excellent interception. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that could easily have won. Ultimately decided by just the odd goal.
Login gitu, login. Klik login gitu. Klik login gitu. Klik login gitu, klik. Siapa? Klik login. Hah? Apa? Kita ayo. Mas.
Itu lu gimana main apa?
Naik.
Udah dua rangkaian.
Gampang. Ya, gitu.
Mundur kemana orang tembak kali mundur.
Kita bagi dua, Cika bagi dua.
Apa? Udah ya. Udah ya.
Ciko bagi dua, Andri. Ciko bagi dua, Andri. Lawan. Oke, naik ke sana. Hah? Dia lagi sakit. Aku naik nih, aku naik nungguin. Nah,
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Pass is just off target. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Cruyff! Wonderful save by Peter Bayer. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, this looks sharp. And now the breakaway. And he's managed to get free. There's a no-nonsense tackle. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Maldini gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that could set him on his way. Bullet! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's heaved it away. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Bale. Still goalless. And Hullet! Worth a try, but not this time.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Bellingham. Ruben Neves. That's a lovely, neat pass. Scholes. Looking to play it in. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
15 minutes till half-time. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's going to go a long way. Threads one in. Nakamura. Now it's Hullet. Can he get on the end of this? And that is expertly dealt with. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Ruben Neves. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right.
Tries from a long way out. Corner number 2 then. And he's been shifted off it. That's not gone well. Adams. Maldini gets over and intercepts. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Inter ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And this is Bale, spread it left. Chance to deliver. Courtois claims it, safe hands. Cruyff. Looking for the run. That has been cut short. It is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kirkchu. That's a little loose. Now that looks a decent ball. Inter
I've turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He is through here. Shevchenko! Sticks it away! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch.
And they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this. Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cannavaro is fouled. And it's Nakamura. And he's running through. It's Nakamura! And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
It's their second corner of the game. Cruyff! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Bellingham. Now he's got space here. Picks out brilliant. Shoots! It's a goal! Inter are back in business. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Inter Milan have the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
And it's Timber. Tries to pass it through. Bale! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Bale tries to play it through. So that's it. It is all over. So it is something for ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. And hope.
Ampunnya ampun.
Anjing gak gerak lagi.
Barca. Ya, Barca dilecek Barca tuh. Kalau dilecek Barca dilecek.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. Excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Well, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back. It's Bale! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Bale probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Quality ball. He's hit it long, but astray. Played back to the goalkeeper. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. He's one-on-one, surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's quick to get it clear again. He's gone for a throw-in.
Substitution in progress.
Messi. Has a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Scholes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Mana man.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, they could be caught out here. Now it's Bellingham looking for a runner. There's one support out wide. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Bale.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Great vision. No luck with that dink over the top. Costa Curta. Raul is herring after that one. Here's a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Raul. Kukcu. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kukcu is the team's great visionary. Providing an outlet on that flank. That's very neat. Bale Puts them all in. Pickford deals with that nice and simple.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely, now then. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far. I see no signs of frustration creeping in. And maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game.
Stasi dia, biarkan. Stasi.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Inter really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Shot! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
1-0 lead. Oh, he's been caught napping. Skims one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Rodri. Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation is always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Costa Curta. Now he's off and running. Now it's Bale. He won't be happy with that one. The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Half an hour gone in the second half. Great defending, strong and determined. Tries to play it through. Costa Curta. And he's being shifted off it. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. It's been slipped through. Great shot! Loose ball out, there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Pedri. He's having a go! And that could have brought them level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Scholes gets across to intercept that. Can he get on the end of this? He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Dundee really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Bale. And that's that. Inter Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads.
Jadi botak. Dia Brazil sama Rio Macan. Oh iya iya iya. Oh iya iya iya. Gila, gila. Bentar, Mas. Bentar, Mas. Bentar, Mas. Oh iya iya iya.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
Been a couple, Jim, up there, but I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do. And probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
He's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Oke, Mas.
Somewhat off target. That is a little undercooked. Baresi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Batistuta. Tries to play it through.
Alamak.
Gerrard.
Ampun.
Can he get on the end of this? It's a nicely shaped ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Rijkaard.
Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him. Villa really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
And we have our very first corner. Goes for a shot!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Adams. Gerrard. Gerrard. That's been won straight back. This is Batistuta. Raul. It's a searching pass. That is a great pick out. Costa Curta. No, that was never going to make it. And it's Timber. Bellingham. He's gone for goal! Costa Curta. Raul. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's travelling a long way. Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision. Oh, super find. Roll! Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Nice looking ball. Khan gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Gerrard. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Security staff. So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0.
defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Bale. Threads one in. Adams. Darren Fletcher. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0.
Oh, male.
It's a cute ball. He's in a good position here. Darren Fletcher. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Male.
And here's Bale. Bale! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Amir.
Knocks it into space. He's got away. And they're quick to get it back.
Rokok apa L300.
And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Elop, rokok elop.
Oh, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Raul.
Raul.
Lovely pass. But there you go.
Well, you can see what it means towards them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Bagus.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Bagusan. Larian. Larian.
Could try cutting inside here. And this is Raul. It's Raul!
Raul, bagus.
One more for his glittering collection. He's got himself an absolute pinch.
300.
And this is getting better and better. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
On the touchline, a change
about to occur. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Costa Curta. Now it's Torres. It's a good spell of possession, this. And this is Torres.
Has been indicated.
Now it's Kokchu. Adams. Inter Milan clearly now in. And the referee brings it to a close. Inter Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief
Matang semua lagi. Matang. Mati kok. Atas deh. Nanti masalahnya. Mati mati.
Matiin lah.
Lagi paehan. Menurut.
Semangat. Tangan balik. Mantap.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camera. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a it's loose and there's a race for the ball. Park Ji-sung kicks out. There's the shot!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that.
Decent shot! They scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Lari lagi Ji.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can
Go for a shot!
well, the ball's run loose here.
Park Ji-sung with the foul.
Untung.
Raul, good read. He read that really well and stopped it. Bale chasing after it.
Okey.
And it's
Lari
Bellingham.
je.
That's an imaginative pass. Bellingham. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And a chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Gattuso. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, that was never going to make it.
Bagus.
And it's
Bagus.
Kuchu.
Lewat.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Aduh.
Van Dijk gets it clear.
Ah.
Deftly away.
Lagi.
Tries to play it through. Bellingham. Conte. Oh, this looks sharp.
Bagus.
Raul. Now, can they get him away?
Bagus.
Timber.
Bagus.
Van Dijk. Bale is firing after that one. No, that's been intercepted.
Bagus.
Raul.
Bagus.
Neatly clipped into space. And he was quick to react. Costa Curta. Now he's got space here. Gattuso. And it's been played through. And they've got rid.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kuchu. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Conte.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Bagus.
Oh, it's Raul. Oh, important interception. Nakata. It's Bellingham. Park Ji-sung. It's Park Ji-sung.
Pandit yang itu yang
Good read, needed to be. And we have our very first corner.
bagus je.
Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Lari je.
Vicious ball here. And he's picked out the run. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung is the team's great visionary. Nakata. Ball played right into his path. Even Neves. Raul is onto it in a flash. Nakata.
Bagus.
Raul.
Tu Raul tu.
Probing pass. And he plays one through. That's the keeper's ball.
Bagus.
Lovely ball and a real chance. Shoots to shoot. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Timber. Kuchu.
Bagus. Ye.
Control. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Haaland. Really fierce, close defending. Pitches it off him. And he's gone looking for safety. Gattuso.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Knocks it into space. That's been slipped through. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's in on goal.
I think we might be done here, Peter.
And that will be the final act. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course.
Benar-benar ini. Turun lagi.
Hah? Lawan siapa? Berempat jenderal.
Oh, 15 menit. Woi, masuk. Ih. Di Bandung lagi ketemunya. Kok gini 4-2-2-nya. 4-2-4 kan. Wih. Berubah dia.
Itu.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like much. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
You know, Peter, there's a player down there who I've always admired, Carlos Puyol. This game is not all about technique and skill. You need big hearts too, and they don't come any bigger than Puyol's.
Yeah, that is one leader of men. He's looking wide. Van Dijk. Adams.
Adem.
And it's Okazaki. Messi. Can he get it through? It's Okazaki! Deftly away.
Hampir saja.
That's a little off target. Timber. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Bellingham. Raul. Great vision. Cute ball now. How can he reach it? It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Ruben Neves cuts out the pass. Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Here's a shot! Oh,
surely that deserved better. Bale really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Lewandowski. That pass has been well intercepted. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's being urged to shoot. Hernandez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Bale, and he's on his goal! Glittering Bale! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan are in front now. The game's only gone. The next 5 to 10 chance! Ruben Neves. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Adams. Oh, can he get onto this?
Inter really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Played down the flank. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Goes for goal! Bernardo Silva is always looking to break lines. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Inter Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Messi-nya ngeri-ngeri senang.
Substitution on the field. Number 26.
So off we go once more.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
He's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Bellingham. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's intervened well there. Bellingham. Now it's Messi. Oh, good looking ball. And it's Bellingham. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And again! Denied by an instinctive save.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Still just a single goal between the sides. 60 minutes played. And that's another good win of the ball. Bellingham. Nicely shaped ball. That's the keeper's ball. Can they get him away? Knocks it into space. Gently done. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
And it's Kukcu. Hernandez.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
He's had a shot! Oh, and
That should have been two. Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
It's Bale!
Ih,
And that would have been game, set and match.
ini cok. Berbahaya cok. Ya, Pamor.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Balik, lari sendiri. Balik.
Can he finish?
Balik.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder.
And he's let fly. Gave it a go, but off target.
Mana kalau Gonzales?
That pass isn't the best.
Berbahaya
Now, he's
cok.
got space here. And that's Lewandowski. Decent shot! And yes, it's there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.
Dah. Turun lagi.
Divisinya.
Iya.
Rosa itu ngomong bagus-bagus terus.
Udah bagus-bagus.
Kan sama kayaknya di laut.
Kesambetnya. Jenderal kesambet. Jenderal kesambet.
Ini kan.
Ronaldo. Gila ini mah. Yang mana 15 menit.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Inter.
And the mood is boisterous. So we're up and running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Pinches it off him. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Ashraf Hakimi, who has proven himself.
Oh, what's he done? He's found a way through.
Ya.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pass somewhat off target.
Oh, there's the clearance.
Rijkaard makes the interception. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. Cristiano Ronaldo!
Well, the finish could well be revisited, this. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Can he finish? We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Can he get it through? Takes a shot! It's loose. It's fallen kindly here. Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Knocks it into space. Oh, good ball. Ruben Neves. Adams.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Raul. Now it's Bale. Pass is just off target. Azar. And it's Scholes. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now it's Scholes. Out for a throw. Ruben Neves. There will be one. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. That is going to be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back on the way.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Indonesia upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
It's a great chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Inter Milan, still trailing by one, and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Great ball if he can get there. Azar. Can he spark a counter here? Almost an hour gone. Probing pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Aims beyond the defence. Bale. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Dijk cuts it out.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's being urged to shoot. Shot could... Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up sipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Number 18.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. But that, for me, should be decisive. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
And this is Bale.
Has rebarricaded.
That is good strength. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. He looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities.
Ampun,